Which one?
Are we live? Are we live now?
Now we're live.
We are live. First time. All right. What's up? Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're live. Is anybody watching? 2 people are watching.
Your mom and you.
How exciting.
My mom now.
This is a live breakdown of WandaVision.
Yes.
We just watched WandaVision. It was released today. Technically, it was released...
Yes.
just watched WandaVision. It was released today. Technically...
Great.
Technically, it was released at midnight last night. But this is a way for us to bring you more content faster, be more honest and genuine about it.
Easier for us. We don't have to edit.
We don't. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to take us a whole
month.
week.
Oh,
you know, and it's just a more candid look at us, right? Because it's not all overproduced and edited.
No,
we're not going to be cutting away to.
This is a fake wall. Nope, just kidding.
It's a real wall. How would we even do a fake wall?
I don't know.
And this is basically the beginning of a new series. So we want to be able to do this on a regular basis. It's going to be a little bit bumpy starting off, but I think by the time we get to Winter Soldier, we'll probably be doing this.
It'll be chunky, not bumpy, but chunky.
We're going to... what's the difference between chunky and bumpy?
I don't know.
We're going to be trying to do this every week by the time
Winter Soldier
comes out. And we're just going to see how that goes.
And then we'll do this live reactions for The Voice, American Idol.
You can do that.
No, we'll do it together.
I'm
Everything.
do that. It's going to be interesting. I mean, the MCU is pretty much... if you look at their upcoming slate of stuff...
It's a lot of stuff still.
They've got it laid out, so we're pretty much going to get an episode of the MCU every week.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of this until you told me it.
Forever. Like, they have the next 2 years blocked out. Once this ends, it's Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then it's Loki.
And then I don't know what's next.
What if we're getting a
yes.
Hawkeye and a Ms. Marvel show? That's all just this year, right? They're like 2-month increments.
Yeah.
So this is a series so that we can continue to break that down. Hopefully build up a community. Say stuff in the chat. Hello, Lee. Thank you. I don't know how it's similar to Lost, but, you know, feel free to embellish, and then other people can join in on said embellishments. Phil is here. How you doing, Phil?
Good. How are you, Alex?
I'm doing good. Spent all day preparing for this live stream because we don't know what we're
You
doing.
can't smell him, but I could smell him. And he showered for the first time this month.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So I smell good, right?
I mean, no, I didn't say that. You just showered. I could just tell you showered.
So, WandaVision.
Yes. Why not Vision Wanda?
What's going on here?
Well, why not Vision Wanda?
No, because it's like television.
No, I know. Well, is it?
Yeah, because it's a television show.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was like she sees...
It honestly took me longer than I'm willing to admit to realize that that's what it was.
I honestly just learned it. God damn it. I was thinking like her vision of what's going on. Like Wanda's vision.
It's that too. I always thought my initial thought was it's kind of lame. Like it's just Wanda Vision. Somebody wrote it in cursive and they said let's go from there for the logo.
Yes, exactly. Well, logos fonts as logos or wording as logos is annoying. I don't know why that's still a thing now. I don't know why you can do like a cool WV thing.
I think it's fun.
No, because there's so many like Marvel will release the logo with the typeface of like the new project. Everyone's like, oh,
we're not here to talk about logos.
I just want to talk about word art and logos and fonts. All right.
Okay. Anything else? What's your favorite font?
Annoying. No, I don't know. I don't have a favorite font. I feel like the kid from the middle.
Perhaps
Helvetica.
Arial is the go-to.
Did you say Areola? What?
No, Arial. Okay. Times New Roman was the one we'd always did.
You just picked that because that's your favorite princess.
Who is Ariel?
Yeah.
I like Mulan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So okay, well, that's how it's gonna go, guys. What are your initial thoughts on this? What's going on? It's pretty weird. This is the weirdest thing they've done since I say Guardians of the Galaxy.
Shut it off immediately. It's black and white, and I don't watch black and white. Just don't. It's stupid. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was very...
I don't like that it was in square mode.
I like that, actually.
You know?
I really liked square mode, actually. That was actually really cool. That was a nice touch. I knew it was going to be in black and white. I was hoping...
Like it's stylistic.
That the black and white... I'm hoping the black and white continues on for a little bit more. Or they keep bouncing back and forth. But, I don't know. The first episode was good.
It reminds me... Have you ever seen Pleasantville with Tobey Maguire?
I have not, but my girlfriend brought that up to me.
Really?
yesterday.
It's basically like this, where they're all like stuck in a black and white
sure.
like movie or show, literally a show called Pleasantville, and they start to realize it one by one, like all the objects around them start to take color.
Okay. I thought it was like Schindler's List with the red coat. I'm just kidding. No, it's not accurate.
Well, there's something about black and white stuff it always turns red.
Yes.
Because there was, I feel like if you want to be like artsy fartsy, you make the red stuff is still red.
Yeah.
Go,
well, there was color in the first episode. You realize that, right? Do you remember the color of it?
No, when?
It was a red light that was blinking in the first episode. That was the only color of it, to my knowledge.
Where was the red light?
I don't like the toaster or something.
The Stark toaster.
Yeah.
Stark Industries.
Yes.
I mean, did you think it was funny though?
What, the Star Toaster?
It's the stylistic thing. In general, it's so stylistic.
I mean, I can't wait to watch the second episode, to be honest.
Because the third episode.
No, what do you mean? What? I watched the pilot.
No, stop. Nobody believes you.
I watched the pilot.
The pilot.
Yeah,
and
the
then
first
the second episode too.
The second episode's out?
I'm going to sit here and wait for him to finish his bit.
Okay. So annoying. You don't even like antagonize him. You just kill it.
I'm not gonna do this.
No, yeah. What were we talking about? Commercial? The Stark toaster. Yes.
I'm talking. The Stark toaster was funny, and I'm just mean.
And the Hydra
This thing is supposed to be like this outdated comedy show, but I laughed at almost every joke. It was still very funny.
It's very well written.
So outdated.
Because it's self-aware and it uses it to its advantage. I mean, the whole bit of Vision being at work and not knowing what he does for a job is so clever.
I do have a skeleton.
You can think back. That's not that's
what?
Just the input-output data.
Oh yeah.
Just like everything about that. Because you can think back to like past shows you watched, not even aware of like what they do. And I think back to like Chandler and Friends, and like no one knows what Chandler's job is.
Or like Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, exactly. And like they're very self-aware of that, which is funny. And then even just when she's cooking in like the Bewitched kind of homage to the cooking scene, and like she like overcooks the chicken and it's burned, and she undercooks the chicken, and it's completely.
It feels like eggs. Some of these things are not mistakes they would actually make in the real world.
No, it doesn't. Because that was a weird thing watching this, because she's very skilled in her magic, so I don't know how the hell she can't just whip up food. I mean, I don't know what's the rule of Marvel, but. When the neighbor comes over with all this food, how can you just whip up food out of nowhere? Unless it's like breaking a law.
Because they're unique neighbors and they're having a hard time fitting in.
Yeah, I know that, but it feels weird.
It's just because none of it's real. I mean, you were talking to me earlier about Vision eating.
I wasn't talking to you about it. Anyway.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No, yeah. Well, because
somebody was talking to me.
What's the rule of Vision? Can he not eat, or does he not want to eat? I mean, I know he doesn't have to eat.
He doesn't have to eat.
Yes, but he very clearly puts his hand in someone's neck and dislodges the food. So why couldn't he just eat a turkey leg and then just finger or fist his stomach?
Literally like a piece of gum. Because that's the thing, though. It's stylistic, right?
Yes.
So, and it's not the real world. And we'll talk more about what that is, like what's going on. There's theories that are online, and we're gonna kind of break those down. But essentially, it's not real. They're caught in some kind of matrix, and it's a stylistic matrix for the 50s. So the fact that he eats gum and it gets all stuck in his gears and makes him basically drunk. Like that would never happen. He can eat stuff and it just comes out of him,
I would think so. I think that's the soul when he eats pizza and poops out pizza.
I think of the Matrix when he reaches in and takes the bullet out of Trinity.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I like pizza, so that's fine.
And then if this was an agree disagree, we'd cut to a clip.
But we can't do that because we're live.
Just sit here and wait.
So go to here. We'll just sit here and wait. Go to YouTube. Search the clip.
Okay.
Search Matrix bullet.
Okay.
We're engaged. We're making him engage in a different way. I mean, there's a whole list of things to talk about.
Such a great setup that was, though, for the magic show.
Oh, the magic show? No, the magic show.
He's
was
drunk at a magic show.
I broke being an audience member at some point. I was like, Marvel literally has me watching two superheroes just perform a magic show. Like, that's the content they put out, and I'm just watching it, engaging with it. Like, can you get over that? That was half an episode basically, and we just basically saw two Marvel superheroes dick around and do a magic show.
I'm most excited for She-Hulk, which is next year. That's a Disney Plus show. It's going to be a comedy, and it's about she's a lawyer, right? She's trying to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
but she's 6 foot and green.
She could change.
No, I don't think she can. I don't know. It's similar. It's superheroes, but it's just like this weird sitcom format.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cool that they're experimenting so much.
No, I like the magic. As someone who likes magic, I liked it. But at the same time, I just can't get over the fact that I'm watching just two superheroes dick around and do a magic show. I was like, all right, sure, that's how we're doing it.
But it's great.
It's great. It was good.
I mean,
I wouldn't say great yet.
It's been a year and a half since we've had our MCU fix.
Yeah.
You know. We need just one, man.
Okay, great. I mean, I'm itching for.
So I'll gobble up anything.
I won't. No, I do have my reservations about this. Like, it was enjoyable to watch, but it wasn't anything like. So the format that I follow with the show when I watch it, I usually like to stock up on episodes. I don't follow the typical binging format where you sit down and waste a whole weekend of your life watching 48 episodes.
Some shows are good to binge. Some shows are good.
Sure, but I don't also like the weekly format where, like, you watch the show, you go to the water cooler and talk about it. I rather have like a nice happy middle where, like, there's like maybe 4 or 5 episodes. Sit down, you can watch like 3 or 4.
I think it depends on the show.
This didn't make me want to watch more. I'm not like super excited for the 3rd episode.
It's weird because it's only 30 minutes, and I'm like,
it's 24 minutes.
It's like 20 minutes with 10 minutes of credits.
Yeah, no, the credits are just obscenely long. I don't know. I mean, kudos to everyone that worked on it. Yes, as we are in the industry, but way too long of credits.
I would say, for example, Fargo is one of my favorite shows, but I found that watching it week to week, I don't enjoy it at all. But if you watch it all together, it's great. But on the other hand, Mandalorian, you don't watch Mandalorian because you don't like Star Wars. But The Mandalorian is one of the best shows to watch week for week and break it down and talk to people about it, and then you watch the next episode.
What bothers me is like when an episode ends in like to be continued, and like you have to wait a week, or typically in like primetime shows when like they go on like a hiatus for like winter break and you have to wait a whole month, and it's like, are you shitting me? So that's why I started with my model of like stocking up on episodes and then watching maybe one episode. If it's a to be continued, then I continue on, and then I end it when I want to end it, not when broadcast wants me to end it. So this is a weird.
So we have many people saying random things in the chat.
Okay.
But Mary Jane Flowers says, "Did we see the Hydra logo on the clock?" So
I did see the Hydra logo.
Let's start talking about what we think is going on, because that's what everyone wants to know, right?
Sure.
It seems as though she's stuck in some kind of matrix, and the theory is that it's occupied by Sword. I'm not going to talk about Sword yet, but the question is, where in the timeline of the MCU is this happening? And is Hydra, like, is that a clue to what's going on, or is she just remembering fragments here and there, or has she built this thing? Because we saw the Hydra logo, and the toaster was Stark Industries. The helicopter was Iron Man colors. Does that mean anything?
I do not.
I don't know. But like, it seems like.
Well, it's weird because where did Wanda?
I don't think Loki is behind the Matrix. We'll talk. It's Sword. We're going to talk about that.
Where does, like, you got to think back to where did Wanda leave off?
Wanda, the last time we saw Wanda,
Endgame, at Tony Stark's funeral.
It was Tony Stark's funeral, but she had just lost Vision.
Yes, and that's a weird thing too, because and
she didn't get him back.
No, that was like the one person that stayed dead apparently.
Yeah, well, so he's not a person, and
he was
character built by the Mind Stone. I don't really know what the explanation is there, but I'm sure you could talk some sci-fi mumbo jumbo and say he couldn't be brought back.
It's the perfect mystery to start it off with, but that's an interesting thing though, because they've only shared 4 movies together. Age of Ultron, Civil War.
And they've always been supporting characters.
Yeah, and we're introduced to the relationship as a couple in Civil War. I don't really buy that. I was told that they're like kind of a relationship. I saw I saw what the Russo brothers were trying to do, like laying the foundation down. I believed it because I saw it. I wasn't for it. But this though, they're just like 2 peas in a pod. It's so great. It's so immaculate.
They have good chemistry.
They have really good chemistry.
I'm on your side of this, whereas up until now, I never really thought to ask the question, why are they why are they dating? Other than they're a thing in the comics.
Well, I know. Well, they're a thing in the comics, and they do in Civil War, because they both like he's never had anyone, and she's lost. They do bond over loss and whatnot, but it just feels weird.
It's
also weird because she's 31 and he's 49. There's a 20-year age difference.
The actors or the characters?
The actors.
Oh, that's
like
fine.
A 20-year age difference, but it's all right.
I mean, yeah, it's good, and I mean, I'm really happy to see this happening because I think Wanda.
You love love.
I do love love. I've said it on the channel before. I think Wanda is one of the most underrated characters. You saw her in Endgame. She could have destroyed Thanos had he not rained down bullets on the battlefield. She is the strongest of. No matter how much Kevin Feige says about Captain Marvel,
I was about to say she's stronger than Captain Marvel. Well, no, she's either stronger or as strong. But she was.
They're backpedaling the Captain Marvel statements.
She predates Captain Marvel in the MCU, so therefore she was stronger than Captain Marvel, to my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, they retcon because
it's magic.
Captain Marvel took place in the 90s.
Well, I know, but man, that's not. Shut up. That's not the thing.
No, she is the strong, and she's also the best character because she's lost so much. The evolution she has gone through behind the scenes of the main plot lines of all these movies is really actually very compelling, and I love that they're putting her in the forefront now. I think that they're making her. This is a theory. I think that she's basically going to be the villain of this phase of the MCU.
You're pretty ballsy. I don't know if
we'll get to that.
Don't know.
So I mean, everyone's saying Loki's behind this Matrix. He's not behind the Matrix. He's got his own show coming. He's doing all kinds of crazy things. So they've given us enough clues to what's going on with the Matrix. And the answer is Sword. There's a logo that you've seen
on the Beehive.
This logo.
Beekeeper.
You've seen this logo?
We don't have the rights to use this. It's copyright.
Oh well, there are 8 people watching.
But Sword logo on the Beekeeper. You said the Sword logo was on the helicopter.
It's on the helicopter, and at the end of the very first episode, when they pull out and they're in a TV, you can see it's on another screen next to the TV, and it's on the little book that you see the hand close the book.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So Sword has them trapped. So this is what Sword is in the comics. Sentient World Observation and Response Department. Basically a branch of S.H.I.E.L.D. They really want their initials to spell words.
Yes, Marvel loves that.
They've changed it. It's been announced, I guess, in the MCU, they've changed it from Sentient World Observation to Sentient Weapon Observation. So Wanda is a sentient weapon. And so is Vision.
Yes.
If he's still
alive.
And then,
yes.
So Sword is basically observing her. And we don't know what they're trying to do.
Unless they have her.
Yes.
It's one thing to observe someone.
An observation department.
Well, yes.
And response. You're right. So.
But what if it's a weird paradox? Because does she know that they're observing her, or does she not know that they're observing her?
It
seems like she's aware of them observing.
She's aware of something. That's the question. Are these just fragments, or also why was he a beekeeper? Why was Sword a beekeeper? How is Sword in the Matrix?
Why was the beekeeper coming out of the sewer?
And why are they coming out of the sewer?
That's the main thing.
So I think she has some control over the Matrix, right?
I think
the
weirder thing is, besides the beekeeper and the sewer, did you notice that the entire living room was different in the second episode?
No.
The first episode, their entire living room was very open and spacious, and it feels like one of those bigger homes, like a bigger layout. Second episode, and the living room is entirely different.
I had not thought about it.
You didn't notice that?
No.
It's an entirely different living room.
The staircase was in a different spot.
The staircase is in a different spot. The couch is in a different spot. Like there wasn't like a big stovetop fireplace thing with like a brick wall. It just wasn't as spacious. It wasn't like a big dining room. It's interesting.
I don't know if that's anything.
But I'm wondering if the house is gonna keep changing, if she's gonna keep alternating it, or if Sword is alternating it for her.
Yeah. So the question is, who's in control here, right?
I wonder who is her interior decorator. That's what I really want to know.
I don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry.
I don't know. But still, that's interesting to me. I caught one of that. I was like, that's cool.
Well, here's my theory, and it's like I've established this from online. It's not my theory, all right. I'm not going to take credit for this, but I think essentially if you know what the House of M is, the House of M is a comic book story, and the synopsis reads: Scarlet Witch suffered a mental breakdown and tried to alter the fabric of reality to recreate her lost children. Scarlet Witch's father, Magneto, which they've been avoiding, except for they bought Fox and they have the rights to all the mutants.
They have the rights now, yes.
And her twin brother, Quicksilver, play major roles. So obviously she doesn't have any children. Quicksilver's dead.
Well,
who knows what's going to happen? But
she doesn't have any children now. Could lead to that.
If it's a version of that, she's dealing with the fallout of Vision's death in Endgame. That wasn't just any death. She had to kill him. She had to break the Mind Stone that made him, and then watch him come back to life and
die.
get killed again.
Yeah, not by her own hand.
And the line, "There's nothing more terrifying than a miracle," is an amazing, just an amazing parallel up there, which is something that I've noticed. But what were you going to say? Just
going through pain and like swallowing that big pill only to have it taken away from you and still feel it.
Yeah. So that's super traumatic. So the theory goes, she's a threat. She's so powerful and she's in so much distress that she's a threat to the fabric of reality, right? So my theory is she's going to break out of this matrix here. She's going to just rip it all apart, and she's basically going to tear a hole in the fabric of time and space by the end of this show. And that's going to be the setup for the new phase of Marvel movies. So if you listen to what Kevin Feige said about Doctor Strange 2 and the multiverse of madness, he's basically helping her fix the mistakes that she's made in WandaVision.
Well, the premise of Doctor Strange though is that
we knew that would happen.
The premise of Doctor Strange is that he has to battle an old friend, which that's Mordo at the end of the first one.
Mordo? Oh.
So maybe it's not Scarlet Witch.
I think it's going to have something to do with Scarlet Witch.
Because, like, if you remember Mordo at the end of the first one, he goes rogue and starts messing with time.
They have a habit of setting these things up and then just making them like an offshoot part of the plot. Like
they do.
Andy Serkis' Claw was just kind of tossed to the side at the beginning of Black Panther.
The Mandarin and Iron Man.
Thor 3 just tossed aside that whole Loki is in charge, taking Odin's place at the beginning.
Well, that was just strictly, I think, Taika Waititi just saying, I don't do that.
Well, yeah, but they have a habit of doing that. Those are the only ones I've can't remember. There's some other ones, but
I don't want to jump on the bandwagon though of like she is going to cause this ripple effect of the universe that Doctor Strange has to fix or assist her with.
She is. I think she's going to open the multiverse.
I want to have Marvel impress me or take me in a different way. I don't want to assume that yet. I don't want to.
It's clear that somehow the multiverse has to go crazy. Doctor Strange is going to be dealing with it. And I don't even think he's going to fix it. I think Spider-Man is after... Wait, am I right about this?
Spider-Man is this year.
When's Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange got pushed till next year, I believe. Next May, I think.
You're right. Okay, so Spider-Man happens first. Okay, so it's Spider-Man. Marvel's going to be playing with the multiverse. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
Was that confirmed?
Yeah, they are confirmed.
Okay. Wasn't sure.
No, I think they are.
I don't know. Are they?
If I'm wrong, somebody say it in the chat.
I don't think
I'm not going to look it up.
Or maybe they confirmed it, but
they've been confirming like Alfred Molina is. And
I know Daredevil's confirmed.
Jamie Foxx is confirmed for
Jamie Foxx, I know is confirmed. I know Jamie Foxx is confirmed.
They're totally confirmed.
I don't know.
They have to be.
I don't know, to be honest.
It's clearly a multiverse.
I know Daredevil just wrapped. Charlie Cox just wrapped shooting.
That's very exciting.
Today. And then I know Electro Jamie Foxx is confirmed. And I know Doc Ock is confirmed. But I do not know about the other Spider-Mans. Can you check this, actually?
Okay.
Actually, I want to know. We're derailing the WandaVision, but this is... it's all connected.
Confirmed for Spider-Man 3.
Rumors began...
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield confirmed.
Hype Beast.
Hold on. Okay. Finalized. This was 2 days ago. They're finalized. The standard arts review.
Reportedly, fans will get to watch Andrew Garfield return Spider-Man concerning. Okay, but it's not like on deadline.
Okay, they're not going to let these rumors get out unless they're real.
I would believe it.
Why would Doc Ock and John Travolta confirmed?
What?
I mean, I would love to see them use John Travolta in a funny way. Ghost Rider.
No.
That's my impression of John Travolta.
I love Ghost Rider. I do not want to see John Travolta be Ghost Rider.
The spirit of vengeance takes control of John Travolta.
I would kill you. That would be so nauseating, to be honest.
So, I mean, that's where I think it's going. This new entity, Sword, is we haven't really seen them in the MCU yet, but they're in control.
They're sharp,
or they're watching right now. Like they're a huge part of what's going on.
Yeah. They could have a say about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They could have a say about Loki too. It could not stop at WandaVision. It could just be throughout the whole series.
I'm assuming that she's like a test subject for Sword. She's being studied and being contained, and I think she's going to lose it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's what's going on. All right. That was 25 minutes. You got any final thoughts?
I can't wait to see her name escapes me, but she was in Thor 2. Cat.
Natalie
what?
Portman?
No. Her Darcy.
Cat.
Darcy. Cat.
Oh, Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings. Thank you.
Is she the same character though?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. I want to see that. I want to see Kat Dennings.
Does anyone remember Kat Dennings from Thor and Thor 2?
I do.
I mean,
she was like in the chat.
One. Do you all remember Kat Dennings?
And then Randall Park from Ant-Man?
She was the wacky sidekick who got a wacky sidekick in Thor 2.
Yes. But then Randall Park from Ant-Man 2?
Huh?
Randall Park from Ant-Man 2?
Is he in this too?
Yeah.
I don't know. They
didn't know that?
They announced too many.
No, Randall Park is in this as well. That I'm excited. I'm excited to see how those two play into it.
I can't keep up with Marvel's casting announcements. Like had they announced Owen Wilson in Loki, 6 months ago, which they might have. I don't know.
They did.
Yeah, see, I feel like that would have been big news, but it's just like
it's like okay, they got another Hollywood celebrity.
They've announced there are 12 Disney Plus series coming, and they all have great casts.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
No, it's hard to. And then you also see just endless news on your feed about it.
It's also just especially. I mean, the ones that you just mentioned are especially weird. Randall Park.
It's super weird.
From Ant-Man is going to be in WandaVision. Why? How?
I don't know, but
do you think he was a sword agent in Ant-Man or something?
Possibly. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Fun
I don't know how Kat Dennings plays in it. I can't figure that out.
Was the hand Asian that closed the book? Was it?
Didn't look Asian. It didn't look like an Asian hand.
Could have been.
I don't know how. It's not an Asian hand, just a hand.
That was Randall Parks.
Oh my god.
Perhaps he was an undercover sword agent. I mean, why would he be in the Matrix though?
Why would he be in the? I don't know. Maybe he's an ally. Maybe he's trying to help
it's
them.
A fragment of her memory. Maybe
you're thinking that he works for Sword. I'm thinking that maybe he's trying to help them.
Maybe.
Right.
Well, why would Kat Dennings be in it?
Oops.
Why would she have anything to do with this?
I don't know. That one I don't know. I have no idea. That's why I'm interested in that. Honestly, I'm probably as interested as the supporting characters as I am about the show. Maybe even a little bit more of the supporting characters. Those are two really weird picks.
They're
out of
very
the
weird.
Entire 23 films.
I just love that Marvel has created this playground.
Yeah.
Where they can do something like this.
Mm-hmm. And we're all just going to go for it.
But
yeah.
Well, the MCU is set in motion now.
Final thoughts?
It's good to be back. Here's a big question about that, though. Now that the MCU is in motion, they have all these release dates. It's all a very, fine-tuned machine, and it's running now.
Yes.
So when's Black Widow released? May?
May is supposed to be. Well, last May.
Is it going to? Can they push it now that everything's
I don't think
moving?
So. That's not.
Do you think it's possible that Disney Plus is going to release Black Widow?
I think they released Mulan because they realized what of a poor product they had on their hands, and then they released Soul because they're like, you know what? We could.
Everyone, it was Christmas.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, Merry Christmas, you dirty Disney whores. And I don't think
consumers.
I don't think they're gonna do Black Widow. That's
consumers.
$1 billion. I don't think they're gonna forgo on that. To be honest.
I'll be really
sad. They have
sad.
the TV shows. There's no need to it. They have the TV shows. Enough.
But the thing is, if they push it, are they going to end up releasing 2 movies within weeks of each other? I
would love that.
They have 4 movies a month.
That would be fantastic. If somehow Black Widow is incorporated into the story, which probably is, and it's going to directly conflict with Internals, and you need to see Black Widow before you see Eternals. I would love to see Black Widow come to theaters November 4th, and then Eternals comes November 11th.
You're not going to do that.
And you're just
no. From a business, look,
can you imagine that?
Kevin Feige, I can't imagine it, but it would never happen.
They would literally make the same money. They could literally.
They won't. No, they won't. No,
I would love to see that.
Kevin Feige's as creative and great as he is. Man's a genius for Marvel, but he's a businessman too. He's a brilliant businessman. Just as much as he has a creative mind. And I don't think he would ever do that.
What's the closest time period for 2 films? 6 weeks? I think it was.
People aren't going to do that.
What was the closest time period?
They'd cut their losses. They'd make more money. They'd make more money if they released it on Disney.
But what was it? It was. I don't know if they would. I really don't think they would.
The smallest time frame.
Black Panther, February, mid-February, and then Avengers: Infinity War was late April. I think that was the smallest time period. I think. I could be wrong. Fact check me on that. I think it was a month and a half to 2 months.
I don't know. I hope that they don't. I hope they don't release Black Widow because this is a movie.
Oh, you don't want them to release Black Widow?
Not
one in theaters.
I think it would make the most sense to put it on Disney Plus, but I don't want to see that because
I don't want to see it
people have
either.
wanted this movie. People have been asking this for like a decade.
Yeah.
You know, and to have it all that build up, and we're making it. They made it, the trailer, and then it gets postponed and postponed.
I would want to
and
see
on Disney Plus in the end. It would
Eternals
be so disappointing
on Disney Plus. I'm not
It'd be really
board
sad.
I'm not on board with Eternals so far.
I don't know what Eternals are. That's why I'm on board.
I don't know, but I'd rather have that go to Disney Plus.
I am very excited for Eternals because what are they?
Nah.
And that's how I felt about Guardians of the Galaxy. What are they?
I'm not that excited about Eternals, but
I'm intrigued.
Black Widow should be theaters, 100%.
All right.
Wonder Woman got her theatrical debut. Captain Marvel did. Black Widow definitely deserves it. That should be theater. 100%.
All right. That's 30 minutes. These are probably going to be 30 minutes in the future.
Yes, plus the cops are here, so we got to go.
Let us know, how did this go? Did we clear anything up for you? We would like to make this a regular thing. You watch the show, then you tune in with us. We have a discussion. We break it down. Let's figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's try to build a community here, you know? We want to build a community. We want... It's hard to bring you regular content when it takes us 4 days to make it.
It does.
So we'll bring you.
And we live like
this way,
2,000 miles apart from each other, so it's awful.
That's not true.
He lives in Moscow, and I live in St. Petersburg.
This is a way that we can regularly have a community of people who watch us, who we talk to. So
they get it.
Yes, they get it. Anyway, leave a comment. What did you think of WandaVision? Are you excited for the rest of them? Have a conversation.
Oh, I know too. The little theme song.
What other shows are in store? I'll tell you right now. Next is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. After that will be Loki. After that will be What If, a animated show about, what if
this happened instead of this?
What if Haley Atwell's character,
Peggy Carter.
Agent Carter, got the super serum instead? What if, Black Panther was a bad guy? I don't know. That's the thing, and then it's going to be Ms. Marvel and then Hawkeye. Next year, Moon Knight, She-Hulk. I don't know in what order anymore. Moon Knight, She-Hulk. It's Secret Invasions, Armor Wars. These is the long way away.
Is Armor Wars a real thing?
Yeah,
I don't even know about that.
Yeah, and Secret Invasion about.
I feel like my father with technology. Like, I don't know what's going on.
We're gonna get an episode of the MCU every week. So if you don't have Disney Plus, now's the time. Unless you don't care. Before we leave, though, shout out to the theme song and the little animation. That was so cute with like Wanda and Vision. Oh yeah, that was so nice. The theme song. All right, look at my head. But yes. Sorry. Okay. We're gonna end the stream because thanks for watching. Cops are here. Like and subscribe, or why would the cops be here? I don't know. We have free will. Damn it. And